Despite the many trips I have taken in my life, I must confess I have still not quite learned how to pack well, correctly. For each time I do go on a trip, I find that I pack much more than I need, because I imagine to myself, what happens if it's cold? What happens if it's hot? What happens if it rains? What happens if I need this medicine? Far more than I need to bring. And even after all these years, I still fall into that habit. Perhaps you have had the same problem. It's not a new problem. For St. John Chrysostom, in the 5th century, addresses his congregation with this very fact, but raises an important question today. And I want to share with you that same question. For St. John told his people years and years ago, why is it that you worry about what it is you ought to bring in the journeys of your life when you are not equally worried about the only trip that matters, our journey to heaven? And you and I come here on this first day of Lent, on the Wednesday of Ashes, to relearn what it is you and I must do on the only trip that matters, our trip to heaven. And unlike the trips you and I take for vacation or for business or to visit relatives in this world, where we bring things with us, the journey to heaven is all about learning what not to pack, what to leave away, leave aside, to get rid of once and for all. And unpacking is as difficult as packing too much. What is it you and I need to unpack and let go? Let's start with our sins, yours and mine. Sins when we cheapen our lives and the lives of our neighbor, where we give offense to God and those around us. They are like stones in our luggage, for they weigh us down. And Lent is the opportunity to take them and get rid of them, to kneel before the Lord and to ask for His mercy, which He will give, and forgiveness that He will give. So we are lightened to be able to walk faster with greater energy, always focusing on where we're going, which is to our home in heaven. But we're also asked to unpack more than just our sins, but even the attitudes we have, the occasions and places we put ourselves in that allow us to sin more easily. The Lord asks us in these days, in the works of penance, fasting, and prayer, to keep our eyes looking not at the stuff that doesn't matter, to keep our eyes on the things this world considers important, but to keep our eyes fixed on Him, and His sacred heart. And to leave those attitudes and all the rest behind. And then, my friends, there are the things you and I have, our possessions, whether they are the things of this world, our attitudes, opinions, whatever it may be. We receive ashes today because remember where they come from. They come from palms from last year that are burned. Palms that were put at the feet of Caesar and all his representatives as a sign of earthly wealth, privilege, and power. We burn them because earthly wealth, privilege, and power will not get us to heaven. But love will, mercy will, forgiveness will. And that is why we're here. For the next 40 days plus Sundays, you and I will learn again how to unpack and to keep only what really matters. And St. Paul says it best. There are three things that last: faith, hope, and love, and the greatest of these is love. So in a few moments, I'm going to ask you to come forward to receive your ashes and to begin this journey of letting go of what does not matter. You and I will make many more trips in our lives, to relatives, to friends, for ministry, wherever it is. And they may be beautiful occasions. But my friends, today we are reminded, if we make those trips and we learn how to prepare for those trips, and in the end we forget the one trip that matters, the one trip you and I were born to go on, the one place you and I will have eternal peace, love, and joy for all time, forever and ever. If we do not keep our eyes on that trip, I'm going to ask you, my friends, in the end, what did we accomplish? Let us learn what really matters and walk that journey together to everlasting life.